Hi, this is Teresa. I'm here to do a tutorial for you on beginning painting. And I have all the supplies here. I'm going to show you how to use them. And I promise we're going to pick something that you can do. It's going to be easy, and I'm going to talk you through it step by step. Very simple things that you need to get. The first of them, of course, you need a canvas. This canvas is actually a 2-pack, and I'm going to open that up in a second. And we're just going to use one of them and keep the other one for our next project. But then you will also need paints, of course. These paints came in a set and had 6 colors in them. They had the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and then, of course, white and black. It also came with green, which we really don't need unless we just want to use that. I don't even think we use green in this painting. So. Next, you will need brushes. These also came in a little pack, 5 brushes. It was about $5, so that's a pretty good deal. Has different types of brushes in there, you know, kind of a wide flat one to a very small thin one. I brought some chalk with me because we may need to chalk in some outlines of things. So I just got some colored chalk, and I use disposable things like disposable napkins. I use a recyclable cup like this red Solo cup. I've put my water in there to wet the brushes and get the brushes clean. And then I use palettes like these, which are just styrofoam plates. You can use paper plates, either one. It's all simple supplies, and the painting we're going to do is very simple too. So let's get started. Once you have your canvas unwrapped, you can put some newspaper down and just lay it right on the table. However, I'm using a tabletop easel just to be able to show you this. You certainly don't have to buy that. So I'm starting off with just the primary colors on my palette plus the neutrals, black and white. And I think I can make all the colors that I need with just this. So the painting that we're going to do is this one. And it's just a picture of moonlight through some pine trees. So I'm going to take the biggest brush and my mixing palette plate, and I'm just going to get some white and just a tiny, tiny dot of yellow. So I'm just making a big, very, very light yellow circle in the center. From that glow on the outside of this, we're just going to add a little bit more white, and you don't even need to rinse out your paintbrush. You can just, with that little bit of yellow that you still had on there, you just take the white and start dissolving it around the edges. And we're going to get some blue, put it on our palette, and we're going to get about an equal amount of red. It's just small amounts, as you can see, and you mix them together. I'm going to go on the edge and just chop out a little bit of white and mix it in with that blue. I do like that color. And just make big sweeping scoops and just kind of get some of the color down. You can see here I'm getting close to filling in all the little white areas up here. I still have kind of left this halo between the blue and the yellow that we did. One thing I did do is I went around the whole painting and I did do the edges, and sometimes it's kind of difficult and I get paint all over me, but I do pick it up and I paint, you know, the bottom, the top, the sides, so that I can just hang it on the wall when I'm being cheap and don't want to buy a frame yet. Without even cleaning my brush, I'm just kind of going into the white. Of course, I still have some blue on my paintbrush, but I'm just gonna start putting the white around and fading it in too. So we will start on defining this background a little bit more. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of black and fade it probably from here on out. I think I have decided just to put that little gable of the roof that's in the bottom of the picture there, just so that it looks, you know, sort of like reality. I think I'm gonna make it as if it were like a round window instead of pointed. So just a guide down in there somewhere close to under the center. Just say that we put a tree that comes up over here, sort of a tall tree. We'll just keep it going and run it off of the top here. I'm not gonna make it as thick as it is in the picture. I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner and just make it come down about like that. They're a little bit thicker at the bottom. I know these trees. So that's gonna be, you know, like my main tree. I'm gonna put another one over here, even though it's not really like that in the picture. So one main, there's another. There are branches all around. I can just pretend that there's another one that runs off of the canvas over here. So there's another tree that's gonna go off the side. That way I can just make a lot of branches here and there. There's one that's gonna come off of this tree, and it's gonna come up this way and kind of branch over like that. And I don't exactly know how I'm gonna make the branches come off of that yet, but that is the first part. And then here's gonna be another one. It's gonna come out, and it's gonna come down and probably spike off from there. So to get down here in this part of the house, if it's sort of a gray house, I'm going to use that blue that I had. I'm going to just add some more black right here, add some white. We're going to sort of make a gray. And I'll show you a trick if you really want to be a little bit more precise. We can kind of make it a clapboard house. Out of my trove of brushes here, my 5 little brushes, I am going to pick a round one. It's a rather small one. And it's pointed, and I'm gonna get some black on there, and I'm just gonna fill in. So in this little area, this is the top of the house, and I put a little dot there just to make sure the color that I had goes with what I already have down here. So all you'll need to do is just grab a little round paintbrush, make up a blue-gray that's just a little bit lighter than the house. And just use it as the roof line. Just a little black line. See if I can, that's on the top of that gable. Right there. So that's what we're going to do, is just kind of define this by bringing a little dark line, and we may even bring it under there too, like a shadow. So I just sort of watered down a little bit of black, and I'm just going to put it in little areas here. I don't even think I'm going to use all of it. See, I'm kind of making it too thick. I can do the same thing around the little window, just a little bit of a broken line, kind of with the black. Don't make it too solid. Let's go ahead and get started with the trees. I have smudges of my tree lines, but that's okay. I can still see where I'm at. So pure black. Now I'm going to switch to my little small round brush. So I'm just going to go in here, and where I've drawn the branch lines, I'm just going to come in with my brush and I'm going to kind of lay it down. Branches come off of the ones that we have. So everybody's kind of looks different at this point. And that's how it usually is in my art classes too. I tell them, you know, yours is going to be different from anybody else's. Putting in the little lines, just try to make them frame the painting or frame the moon as we had done it, because this is our focal point. We are going to have, you know, pine needles and all in there, but really the whole purpose of the painting is to show the moonlight. And so I'm going to show you in this little area how I'm going to make the needles. So you just take your brush and you just make quick little strokes all around in different directions. Some on the top right here because that makes it look more realistic. And it doesn't even need to look like a branch, but just maybe fill in some area. So I usually sign mine in the lower right, which there's a little spot right here. And there we are, we're done. Hopefully we will get to some more paintings, but this is a good beginner. Good luck. Let me see your results. Hi, this is Teresa, and I have the hiccups, and I'm going to try to do a tutorial, which probably ain't gonna turn out very well. Maybe they're gone.